We've got a good weather forecast today, guys. I'll pop it up. No wind, very importantly. Chance of a little bit of rain, but just spitting, you know, it's spitting a little bit now. And quite mild, what I would call quintessential Lake District summer weather, funnily enough, because there's not really any sun. We don't get much sun here, but I love it. You know, when it's mild, maybe it's just me, but when it's raining, but it's not windy and it's cozy and it's quite warm, you know, it's pleasant. It's like an oxymoron, isn't it, for most people? Pleasant rain. I love it. I think for me, it's because I grew up in Cumbria, not far from where I am today, actually, near Coniston. And I suppose they're like my childhood memories of summer, being out playing or whatever. But it wasn't freezing cold. You're just out in the rain, overcast conditions. I absolutely adore it. And I think it's fantastic for photography as well, and we'll get into that, of course. So today's Wainwright is Doe Crag. It's another one that I've never been up. Wainwright's got a lot to say about this one. I think he's a big fan. So we'll talk about that en route, of course, as always. So it's the Coniston Fells. And the only one I've been up actually in that vicinity, I suppose, is Coniston Old Man. So I know the geography of the area, so I know the views are going to be splendid. It's going to be a good one, guys. I just know it. And these conditions. Oh. Another thing that I like as well, started this one off babbling, haven't I? Another thing that I like though is like I'm always generally starting these hikes in the evening because I'm going up for like sunsets or golden hours just to try and maximise, I suppose, my chances of getting photographs in nice light. But like I always say, that's not necessarily how it works, and actually the best photographs that I've got, in my opinion, on the Wainwright so far have been during the middle of the day. And I like to show you guys, you know, most of yous aren't doing this full time like I am, and it's nice for you to see that you can come out during the middle of the day. It's about 12 o'clock now, and get good photographs, you know, and enjoy it most of all. I put pressure on myself to get good photographs now, haven't I? Nah, but yeah, Doe Crag, Wainwright number 18. We've got the jet boil, we've got the enthusiasm. Let's crack on. Oh, so the waterproofs are on. Look at this. We've even got, what a colourful geyser. Lime green and bright orange. So it's beautiful so far. Very pastoral, pleasant, you know, really, really nice. I'm actually going to grab a quick shot here of, I mean, as you're seeing it there, nice little farm road leading out into a nice bulk of the Coniston Fells off there in the background. I'll probably just take it on the Olympus, actually. That'll be nice. So we've got Old Man of Coniston here. And then I think Doe Crag is this one. I put an image up on the screen here. I caught this when I was up the Old Man of Coniston. I went up for a sunrise, and we had some beautiful morning sidelight shining down into what is Goat's Water, as you see it there, and Doe Crag. At the time, you know, I wasn't mad into the Wainwright, so I didn't really care what I was photographing. It just looked like a nice scene. But it's nice now to have a little bit of perspective of that photograph that was taken a while back. Now, Doe Crag, Wainwright says it's second only to the Scafell Crags in terms of its rocky architecture. He said it's magnificent, so I'm really looking forward to that. You know, I love it when you get a big towering fell and then a tarn at the bottom. That's exactly what we're going to have up here when we get to Goat's Water. So yeah, I'll grab this shot now anyway, and I'll probably meet us when I'm over this way somewhere up near Brown Pike, where it's a bit more mountainous, because I think this landscape's going to be quite samey up until then. Mint! Oh, so get a look at this, guys. I'm not even up at the mountains yet. Look, the back there. But I've stumbled across this. Didn't have a clue that it was here. It's called Bannis Head Quarry. And we've just got this beautiful waterfall here, of course. Now, I feel like it's my duty to say, if you're going to come here, be careful. You know, it's a quarry, it's man-made, and it's dangerous. With sheer drops, you know, be careful. So I'm going to grab a quick shot here. I've got the Nikon D7200 out. 16 to 35 lens on the front, and it's not going to be amazing. I'll tell you what, one of the biggest issues is here. The waterfall's not in the right place. See how it's quite far to the left? Whereas if it was here somewhere with these cliffs, I think it'd be wonderful, because then you'd naturally have the backdrop of the Coniston Fells. So I've got it at 16mm, waterfall on the left-hand side of the frame, and it's working all right, because then we're getting brown pike off in the background, so there's a little bit of background interest, you know. Whereas if I only photographed here, it'd still be all right, you know, because I'm getting a bit of a long exposure effect with the waterfall. But it's nice to try and get some of the mountains in the background, especially as it's going to tell a story of today's hike, you know. That's my route. 6-stop Nissi neutral density filter on the front, f8, and I'm getting around 1/2 of a second. Focused on the waterfall, nice and simple. I like these sort of shots because, like I said, I just didn't know this was here. Didn't expect to be getting anything like this. And yeah, something a little bit different. What a vista. So we're just a little bit further across from Brown Pike. I'm actually shattered. That was a really tough hike. It was very steep back over in that direction and zigzaggy, you know, one of them. So it was a bit of a slog, you know, head down, and I've been looking forward to getting up here, because when you get up here, I'll show you now, it's pretty much just a sort of ridge route all the way up to Doe Crag, to the summit. But this vista here, let me show you this. Swinging is about there, sorry guys. Gorgeous tarn down there, very craggy and rocky. This is called Blind Tarn, by the way, and it's called that because there's no outlet, there's no stream. It's one of the only ones in the Lake District that has that, and I love that. I love like little bits of useless information like that on the Wainwrights. Thank you, Alfred Wainwright himself, for that. But yeah, I'm going to stop here, have some noodles, get the jet boil out, and probably grab a quick shot of this actually with the Takina 11-16 classic wide angle. Is what it is. Won't be the best shot in the world, but it'll be a nice little snapshot and a memory of this hike so far, you know. And then I'll meet us at the top of Doe Crag for Wainwright number 18. So I've got to stop here, guys. We're not quite at the summit yet. It's probably another 10 minutes. But remember at the start of the video when I said Mr. Wainwright himself said that Doe Crag was second only to the Scafell Crags for its magnificence, its rocky magnificence. Look at this behind me. It is absolutely stunning, and we've got these sheer cliffs, these drops down into Goat's Water, the beautiful tarn down there, which is this deep blue colour, and we've got this huge cereal bowl, as I like to call it. What a linguist. But no, it's one of them real awe-inspiring vistas. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll translate on the video as well, but you know when you stand so and you look at it, you look down and it makes you feel like an insect, you know, one of them. And I love that, you know, it puts everything into perspective. But oh, that is absolutely awesome. What a vista. So not too far to Doe Crag now. I need to get up there or else this is going to be a long old video. Stunning. I'll tell you what, it's definitely the most awkward summit that I've been to, but I suppose if you want that magnificent rocky architecture, it's not going to be nice and flat and simple up here, is it? But I think over here actually is the proper summit. I've already tapped it, but I'll show you. That's the highest point that I can see. It's absolutely glorious. It's unbelievable. I'll tell you what's really cool. Just over there, just above my camera, is Grey Friar. You remember I was there not too long ago in pretty, you know, horrible conditions, but we loved it. I took that photograph with the Olympus actually that's filming me now of where we're at today, Doe Crag, which is mad, which is over on that kind of flat plateaued area over there. Oh, so again, the perspective of being able to see mountains from other mountains and you start recognising them all, it's class. So this is going to be the last shot of the day, I think, because what I'm going to do is actually loop round, not over to Coniston Old Man, if anybody knows this route, but you can come back down, you know, Goat's Water that we saw you saw a second ago. You can loop back around there, walk beside that, and then you kind of join the path, you know, that I came up. So I might grab a shot down there at Goat's Water. If I do, I'll pop it up at the end here as well with this one. But this is going to be the summit photograph. It's going to be lovely actually. I hope you can see in the background. We've not really had this today, but we've got a bit of mood, a bit of drama in the sky. Some rain, stormy rain clouds up there in the background. And to be honest, it's those that are making the shot, because it's been quite, I wouldn't say completely flat, but there hasn't been much detail in the sky, so this is welcomed. A few of these rocks on the, you know, on the proper summit, which is really cool, you know, to have these in the photograph. They're going to be down in the foreground, of course, wide angle on, 11mm. Pretty much the scene as you're seeing it there, guys. Don't need to overcomplicate it. The only thing I am doing to overcomplicate it, in saying that, is a little bit of focus stacking. This is the only time I do it, really, if I've got a wide angle. And I mean, look how close the summit of Doe Crag is to my lens. We're talking maybe 1.5 meters compared to some of the fells right off there in the background. They're obviously miles and miles away. So one focus down here in the foreground, one off in the background. Simple as that. ISO 100 f8, 1/200th of a second. I'm going to grab one now actually, whilst it looks pretty stunning over there. That is wonderful. I'll tell you what, this has been a hell of a hike. This has been a really, really good one. This is right up there. It's amazing. And you get the view back out that way that you're not seeing at the minute, over Morecambe Bay. Wonderful. So thank you so much, as always, for tuning in to my channel and for joining me on these adventures. I'll show you this shot now, of course, and if I take any down at Goat's Water, I'll pop them up as well. Thanks for your support. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe if you are new, and comment below as well. I'd love to hear from you, you know. And I'll see you on the next adventure. I've got to run. Out! Oh.